So, welcome to Asbury Pines. Now, you might be staring at that and wondering, Zoku, this looks like a message board. It looks like an idle game. And well, viewer, you would be absolutely correct there. Asbury Pines describes itself as a narrative-based and image-rich idle/incremental game. And for just for those of you who might be unfamiliar with what that is, that's basically cookie clicker. Is that like the easiest entry point for idle games now? Cookie clicker? But I'd like to focus a little on that narrative-based part because idle games can have stories. And the story of this one is exploring how a murder unfolds across the past and future of a small town. Honestly, I like pumping an idle game or two every so often, while the fascination lasts. But this one, when I saw it, I think I saw it being promoted on Reddit. And this one, when I saw it, grabbed me because it really does have that small town feel. Look at this logo. I mean, come on. Got that classic Deadly Premonition vibes. Twin Peaks. It does, unfortunately, as an idle game, have no music whatsoever. And so, let's go ahead and get a little soundtrack set up. Of course, I have to get a soundtrack set up because I will be adding it in post. And so you want to make sure to have just the right kind of music to really get you in the mood for this kind of game, or take you out of it, as the case may be. Hey, I won't judge you if you're that type of person. Okay, that sounds like a pretty good track. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Because I can't click on any of these until I start a new game. Welcome to the present. Here's Sheriff Buzz Snow. Buzz Snow is currently doing nothing. You see, they're idle. Here's a question mark we can click. Oh, we can't click, but it lights up. Here's the profile. Rodney Buzz Snow, age 54, Sheriff of Asbury Pines. Skill at life, level 1. Level 2 at working, level 10 at artifacts, level 9 at governing. But doesn't know how to live life. And here's a timeline. This is in the present. Oh, I guess clicking on it moves us between times. And we can see the resources for that particular era. We only have 35 experience right now. Time doesn't seem to be flowing, which is good. I'm just still exploring. Let's go ahead and take a look at the game objectives. They are all locked. What about resource flow? There's like a red notification button next to it. We're pitiful. This town is bankrupt and broke. But we have 35 experience. Perks haven't been implemented yet because this is a demo for an early access game. That's the EA there, right there. And this is where we started. We can view the timelines of people, make progression. We have no animals, unfortunately, or plants. And we haven't unlocked any narratives, but oh! You can take a look at some of the arrows already. Y2K. We're going back to 2000. But Worm 83. Now what could room 83 be? And community events. Alright, seems like everything is locked or not yet implemented at the moment, so let's go ahead and get Buzz to live a little. It'll use up 2 seconds of time and 2 experience points for Buzz to live. Well, you know what? Buzz could use a little leveling up and enjoying the kinder things in life. Look at those experience points go down. Oh, let's go ahead and pause that. A new artifact has been unlocked. Sheriff Snow's coffee mug. We also have the old self-serve gas station and new story. Look at all those light up. Let's take a look. Sheriff Snow questions his role in Asbury Pines. Oh, we're in 2030. Snakes in hell, when did it get this bad? Can't even grab a coffee from Asbury Gas without folks snickering or punks recording me behind my back. Like I'm some buffoon about to walk on a banana peel. Headlines tore me to shreds after my shooting accident, and that dumb internet video made me into a joke. A meme or whatever. No one expects me to fill my father's shoes anymore. Yep. Aldous Snow. Legendary lawman, hotshot gunslinger, bringing justice to the worst of them. Look around, not a lick of respect for me or my sheriff's badge. Maybe that's the world telling me to turn it in. I mean, you should get respect for who you are, not because you're wearing a freaking sheriff's badge. I think you should turn it in. Learn to live life a little, Sheriff Snow. Let's see what we've got here. The old self-serve gas station. We need money and wood to be able to build it. Both of which we don't have. But here's Sheriff Snow's coffee mug. This little beauty comes to life every morning at 7:30 a.m. when it gets filled with coffee and never fails to bring a little comfort. And that's how we go ahead and get Sheriff Snow in there. It did mention that his skill with artifacts was pretty high, so I imagine that affects the time it takes for him to examine his own coffee mug. Yeah, there we go. It says it'll take 1 minute for it to complete. Can we get him to do stuff while he's No. He's in the middle of examining. But it will give us money. Here we are. We'll get that nice $100 for drinking our cup of coffee. What a nice job that would be. You get money to drink coffee. Alright, well, the coffee mug has been examined. And we have gotten ourselves a nice $100. We still need wood, though, to build that gas station. So let's let him continue living life a little. That's easy access to the story there. I am a little concerned looking at that go down. Here we are, and we've unlocked Wilma Truitt. New scavenging zone, new nature location, new quest, and new story. See, my concern was, what happens when we use up our experience and we don't have more things unlocked? But thankfully that wasn't the case. And we now have Wilma Truitt, who manages the gas station. She knows how to live life a little better than Sheriff Snow. Oh, look at that religion score though. And we have a new main quest objective. What is Romina Zappa's grand plan? Huh. Well, let's go ahead and read that story to figure out what's going on there. I gotta get a handle on Romina. Maybe come down hard on these social workers that keep shrugging her off. Her schizophrenic meltdowns are raising hell, damaged property all of a sudden, and feels like only a matter of time until she hurts someone. Jailed her for the night. Maybe the third time in a month. She was smashing beer bottles at the stop sign near Praedus' house. Yelling about Beelzebub and demons and reckoning to one-eyed angel. Poor Everly Praedus. Was shaking on the phone. Romina's gonna sleep off the booze and start hollering apocalypse at sunup. As usual, she's out at dawn and running off into Pine Hills Park, God knows where. This town is riding my hide about getting her off the streets. Permanently. She's a townie, though. One of us Asbury people for decades now. What do we got if we don't take care of our own? But she's never been this bad. Well, it's nice that he's got some compassion for her. Just wanted to double check that there wasn't more scrolly text in this one. It is a shame about that, though, that social workers aren't really able to help her. But here we have Pine Hills Park. Buzz has skill level 4 in nature? Oh, so he does. Scavenging zone. Skill level 2. Currently living. That's right, he can't live anymore though, because he has no more experience to live. Let's go ahead and get Wilma on here actually. 2.7 seconds. 2.9 seconds if we put Buzz on there. Let's get Wilma just a teensy bit faster. And look, it pops up in the corner. Everything we get. And that means, of course, we're going to slowly work our way up to 30 logs, and then we can build the gas station. Christ, even Wilma can build better than Buzz can. What good are you, Buzz? You don't even know how to live. Alright, just 2 more times and we can probably start working on that gas station. Okay. Let's go ahead and send Wilm over here. Also get Buzz to help build it. Make it a little faster. For idle games it's always a little bit of a slog, isn't it? But my big struggle with idle games, because I do like getting into them from time to time, is that I get so engaged in like putting in all that work, you know, to get the automated parts set up. And then, here we go, the Asbury gas station. I get so engaged in like doing all the work to get that part set up. And then by the time you're done setting it up and there's nothing to do, I'm in the mood to play. And so all that it becomes a bit of like, oh, I can't wait until I can like do more and have to wait for the automation to get to that point. And then if it's not on my phone, I like eventually end up forgetting about the idle game because I have the memory of a sieve. Anyway, here is the Asbury gas station. It provides pineys with fuel, decent automotive maintenance, and a good dose of town gossip. Well, you've got 2 workers, Buzz and Wilma. Wilma's pretty good at working. Let's take a look at Wilma here. Yeah, Wilma's pretty good at working. And putting Wilma to work will convert money into food and oil. But we're going to still need money, so let's go ahead and get Buzz back in here. Scavenger sidewalks. That's his job as a sheriff, right? So we can keep it mostly even. He'll find money just a little bit faster than Wilma will. Look at that go. Just flitting back and forth. But none of this is experience. Which is what we really need to, like, progress our people. Ah, I see. We build up enough food and we can probably send Buzz out here into Pine Hills Park, a sea of rolling hills covered in pine forest. Little else but pines grow in these forest barrens, and many have lost their way in them. And these question mark boxes are stories that can be unlocked, looks like. Oh, money's going down. I thought he'd find money faster than she would burn through it, but looks like there's a 30% chance of failure here. And looks like we can also use up this entire resource. We're 63% scavenged. It is quite unfortunate that suburbia is so littered with trash. Oh, it went straight from 68 to 70. I was hoping for it to hit that nice number. Alright, well, let's go ahead and pause that for a bit. 43 meals, 66 log, 43 barrels, 5 money. Let's go ahead and just scavenge the rest of this with Wilma. But 43 seems like a good place to send Buzz out into the park now. Go ahead and use up the rest of that. Trying to see if anything else was unlocked. Though I guess there are no red notification symbols. Hover over arrows to view conversion rates. Well, we can see things go up and things go down. Oh, new Pine Hills Park story. Let's go ahead and check that story out. Life in Pine Hills Park. The sun winks through the pines, scattering beams on the ferns below. Retired couples, active parents, and idle minds wander peacefully along the many trails. They move like monorails, never deviating, making scheduled stops to open their eyelids and peer out at a sequence of views and vistas. Creatures of the pines avoid the monorail humans and live hard lives in competition with the other creatures. We also scavenged the entirety of the neighborhood sidewalks. We can still get money now, which is nice. Oh, but we've got no more food. Let's go ahead and put Wilma to work. So yeah, we're just here juggling. We'll send the Buzz back on the scavenging trail. I'm going to make the assumption that you can't level up. Well, actually, perhaps you can, because people have experience points, right? So what happens if I take Buzz off and send him to live life? He doesn't want to live life. Buzz is uninterested in living life. Alright, Buzz, have it your way. Buzz is just ready to cruise into retirement. I want to get just a little more food and oil set up before I kick Buzz back into the forest. Yeah, that seems like a good place to get him in there. You'll get another 9. We probably have enough money to tip him over to this next story unlock. While Wanda continues working away. Wanda, Wilma. I'm not built for small town life. But yeah, no, that's the cycle of idle games, isn't it? You set up workers, you set up a cycle, you try to set it up to be as automated as possible. I just don't have enough people to be able to make it automated at this moment. To unlock yourself towards your goals. How am I doing on food? Yeah, well, I think we'll get there. Oh, no we won't. I'm running out of money. Let's go back to scavenging. Can't have more than one scavenger at a time though, unfortunately, so let's go ahead and let Wilma live life a little. She's been working hard. Deserves a little bit of time to cut loose. And it looks like living life is how you unlock these stories and unlock more people, actually. So once you've lived enough life, once you get the story, they don't actually want you to live life any further. It feels kind of fucked up. We've also unlocked Mayor Alvin Van Eisen. So let's go ahead and have the mayor live life. To go ahead and unlock that. Oh, he's a young mayor. Age 36. But fairly higher level and everything than Buzz and Wilma. 15 religion. Unlocked a new scavenging zone and a new community event. Oh, and by doing that, Wilma's life has been unlocked to continue. Alright, well, let's go ahead and look at Wilma's story. Sweet Lord Jesus on the cross, I'd like to offer today's prayer to Romina. She came into the gas station drunk again and loafed around while arguing with them voices in her head. Smelled like something awful in her ratty coat. Took all my strength to remain polite and firm, even though she was cussing and throwing an imaginary fit in front of customers. Shameful. Gave her a free cup of coffee to get her leave. But boy, how I wanted to slap some sense into her to tell her to get like a mangy cat. Get these terrible thoughts of, wanting her to, I suppose, join you in heaven. Peacefully, of course. She's in pain. Everyone knows she chose drugs over salvation, and that's why she's lost. But I realize I gotta pray and hope and remember the story from the book of Mark where Jesus touches and heals the lepers. Though, even the lepers had the respect to live away from the normal townsfolk. Romina doesn't seem to care about anyone but herself. Plain selfish. Why won't she pull herself out of the bottle? Why put problems on other people? We all got our own. Doesn't she have even a pea-sized sense of decency? Lord help me, she really does boil my goose. Well, Wilma doesn't have a lot of sympathy for Romina, who we just unlocked with that second story. Let's take a look at Romina. Oh, that's a level 38 nature exploring. It's amazing how high that goes. See, my thought was, okay, with more experience points, we can maybe level them up. But no, Rodney is just going to be mid for the rest of his life. Meanwhile, Romina's got stories to tell. You can tell just looking at these stats. Let's go ahead and take a look at Mayor Alvin Van Eysen while I'm still having the good sheriff find money for us, and let's actually start getting Wilma back on work. I think it's funny that I can't put the mayor to work in the gas station. Mayor Van Eysen vetoes the Asbury Prison Rehab Clinic project. Mayor Van Eysen has vetoed the town council's budget proposal to build a small alcohol and drug rehabilitation clinic on the grounds of the abandoned Asbury Prison, a community effort that gained widespread council approval after an impassioned speech by Sheriff Buzz Snow. My thoughts and prayers go out to those in pain. But think about it, folks. A rehab facility would make this town a haven for addicts and the dealers that follow them, the mayor told the press. Not on my watch. My priorities are hardline community safety, which is achieved by my ANIS program. Arsenals, neutralizations, intelligence, and surveillance resources for local law enforcement. Besides, the Church of St. Francis already runs an excellent counseling program founded on faith. Sheriff Snow declined to comment on this development. More news at 10, and now the weather. Back to you, Jan. Alright, well, I don't even know where to start with Van Eysen, whose ability to govern is actually less than Sheriff Snow's. But now I understand why the religion is so high. Real believer in the church there. Oh, here you are. Wilma sends out a prayer to Jesus. And community events. Those are what we unlocked. Well, I suppose we can kickstart Romina on living life there. Actually, let's take a look at here. Blackberry Cobbler and Ratty Code, which we unlocked with those two stories. Well, let's go ahead and progress those stories before we look at those artifacts. And here, Wilma called the mayor's office. Hello, this is an automated message from the Asbury Pines office of the mayor. We're closed, but your call is important to Mayor Van Eysen. Please leave your name, phone number, and the reason for your call. We will contact you at our earliest convenience. Thank you. Howdy, Mayor. It's Wilma. Just want to say that it was nice chatting at the gas station this morning, and I think you've cooked up some really great plans to make our town safer. I think you're right. The days of all the snow are long gone, bless the snow, and Beth bless his soul, and maybe Buzz's best effort just isn't enough. Anyway, I just want to mention that I've talked it over with the ladies in my book club, and you've got our full backing with your community safety plans and growing our fine police force. So we'll nag our husbands till they agree. Well, we're sending y'all a couple Blackberry Cobblers. Thanks as always. God bless. I like that this apparently occurred on February 2nd, 2234. I know that's probably a typo, but that just amuses me so very greatly. Alright, well, why are we blocked? We're blocked because of no more experience points. Well, how do we get experience points? By scavenging. So let's go ahead and send Romy. Well, I want to do a quick comparison. here. We were using Buzz here at 4.3 seconds, but if we stick Romina, yeah, that goes down considerably. Let's get Buzz back on the scavenging beat. I'll have him scavenge the abandoned Asbury prison. Actually, oh, currently living. No. You know what? Buzz is a sheriff, but you're really supportive of the police force, so let's go ahead and have Alvin scavenge the abandoned Asbury prison. And it looks like we've got one more person who's still hidden, hasn't been unlocked yet. Alvin's scavenging level is a little higher than Buzz's too. So this is really the right spot to put him. And we unlocked the story at Rebuilding. The casual hum of the park often dissipates quickly and gives way to peaceful, unpopulated nights. As the sun drops, cool pockets of air settle down between the hills, eventually growing into roving bands of fog that stifle light and sound. To the paranoid, the park is loud. To the calm-hearted, the park is silent. Each night, the will of the pines fights back against relentless human expansion. New ferns blossom, earthworms rebuild, and trees sprout buds. Despite all its pain, the forest chooses to not give up. And look at that, we've fully gone through the park. So I think we can let Romina live life just a little further. Got some good experience point pool built up. But let's get to 100, I guess, since it's so close. But yeah, oh, there we go. A new artifact has been unlocked. A new Romina Zappa story has been unlocked. Well, we'll get to that in a bit. I'm reminded, hey, we have artifacts, so let's take a look here. Romina's trench coat is tattered and shredded, but the word gatekeeper is delicately stitched into the inside breast pocket. Ah, and Romina is the only one who can examine her own artifact. Likewise, for Wilma's Blackberry Cobbler. If you haven't tried Wilma's Cobbler, then you probably haven't been in Asbury Pines very long. Oh, she could give it to Buzz or to Albert. Well, let's go ahead and hand it over to Buzz. That nice 10 artifact. But yeah, the progression of this is fairly clear. People need to live life to unlock stories. And you need to you need more people to put them to work, getting resources, whether it's money or converting that money into items. And then spending those items to explore places. And as you unlock stories, you get artifacts, which can give you more resources. And you unlock more stories and learn more about what happened here in Asbury Pines. I do note that they're a little out of order though. Here we are. This is the chronological order. The year 2000, then jumps to the present, then the year 2000 again, then the present again, and then Worm 83, whatever the heck that is. Let's take a look at Roman's fascinations. Home sweet tent, or tent sweet home. Look at this medicine for tonight. Cheers for dinner and whiskey to shut up the loudness. The dark, the bits, the dark, the bits, the little girl, the rip. Half only. Bag half full of chips. Looking at the bright side. A bag half full kind of light. The green gem necklace and the one-eyed angel. I'll get her to the grave. A one-eyed angel. No one looks in my boots for secrets. Still got my knife. It's all I got to control things. Shh, let me think in there for once up there. Yes. Pendant necklace with the green crystal angel inside. Mine. My key from Pathfinder. She wears it every day. Well, this is mysterious. Let's take a look at her other artifacts, since she finished examining her coat while we were reading that. Gonna take some money and wood off her hands. And meanwhile, we're making quite a hefty bit of food, but we haven't unlocked more nature locations just yet. So we're just gonna continue scavenging and sending resources. Actually, you know what? I think we can wait till, for optimal time purposes, we can wait to finish examining her thing when she's blocked from living life. So let's go ahead and unlock that next story. Because that's the other part of idle and incremental games, right? Oh, and here we are. We've unlocked Everly Pratis, who is a digital content manager with a heckin' rad eye patch. You know, in that case, I'm gonna want to put Buzz. I'm gonna want to put someone back on exploration path. Oh, Wilma is done checking her thing, so she can go back to work. Well, I'm gonna want to get more experience points either way. And yeah, Wilma's Blackberry Cobbler has been finished, so let's go ahead and stick Buzz out here in the park. Oh, and there we go. Romeo's been blocked, so let's get Everly out on living life. And Romeo back on her artifact. No, Alice, have a heart! It's Buzz, Romeo. Alice with the angels. Hold still. Do you understand why I gotta cuff you and take you in again? Please, I hate the station. I'm just trying to get on my way. Romeo, you were scaring folks this time. What on earth were you thinking, throwing pennies at folks walking to the grocery store? That's harm, you understand. Causing harm to others. They don't care for my feelings. I see those people seeing me with hate. I just need some medicine, and then everyone acts like I'm the only one that needs some medicine. We all need fucking medicine. Damn, facts. Facts, woman. We all need fucking medicine. Sheriff Snow is trying his best to be compassionate here, and it looks like we've got another potential thing unlocked for Alvin, but you know what, he can stick to scavenging up some money for us. Oh, Romina's done examining her knife. In that case, we're gonna send Romina back on here, because she's got the best. Like, look at that time difference. She's got the best one of them all. And we've got 2 unlocked stories. Let's take a look at which order we should look at them in. Everly Pratis first. Mom. I just had a perfect day. Kids splashing in the pool. Danny grilling our favorite bratwursts and naps all around. Dinner was pizza and brownies, and then we played Uno and caught lightning bugs in the yard. This is the stuff I should be living for, and I just feel detached. Like my skin pores close up and keep happiness from getting into my body. What the fuck? Did you tell your husband how you feel? No. I'm worried Danny's getting sick of this shit. My shit. He's given up like everything to take care of me. I just want to feel not depressed for once in my goddamn life. What has your psychiatrist said? The usual crap. I'm rather I have to focus on good things. Take my meds. It's not like I haven't been trying here. You do matter. How are the bad thoughts? Do you need me to drive down? No. I don't know, maybe. Everly's struggling with depression. Well, that's quite a mood. Alright, well, let's take a look here. Everly gets blocked every so often by our lack of experience points. We're trying, we really are. Let's go ahead and put Everly examining her eye patch. Let's look at that yield of experience points. And you want Mayor Van Uysen can go ahead and unlock another story there. Buzz, though. Buzz could be put to work. Because that's what idle games are. They're resource management. We still haven't unlocked this number 8, which I'm going to assume is Mayor Aldous here. Yep, there we go. And so let's put Mayor Aldous back to work again. Going through the prison. I'm very sympathetic to him. Of course I am. Because we want that money. And then we can build the local grocery market. Danny's Toyota Corolla. Well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to get that oil up. So let's go ahead and put the mayor here. And put Buzz back here. Because this gives us a little more money. And there we go. We've unlocked 8. I want to read these in event number order. So looks like Everly's depression was from 3 years ago. Wonder if that's changed since. But let's take a look at the story. Mayor Van Uysen seethes over a smug Danny Praetus. Ah, that's why we got the car. Oh, fancy that. The imbecile. Danny Praetus is here. How can a guy be so smug while buying groceries? Look at him sauntering to his Toyota. An Asian-made car, of course. What a patriot. I could only imagine how satisfying it would feel to walk right up and punch him in his know-it-all schoolboy glasses. Bet he's a whiner. Fucking idiot. Gallivanting around like he's the mayor of town. But he dropped out of the race. Obviously he couldn't take the heat. He doesn't deserve Everly. If I ever get the chance to make his life hell. Wow. Someone was a sore loser. Everly is still examining her. Ooh, 19 minutes. How are we on experience pool? Well, we're getting there. We still have roaming out here in the forest. But let's go ahead and let Everly continue. 19 minutes, you know what? Let's go ahead and let Everly continue living life to work on unlocking that Civil War. Because that seems like the priority, right? Trying to unlock stories. The more stories you unlock, the more things you unlock, and the more resources you'll have. Maybe we'll even get to see Danny. Oh. It's alright, Romina, you'll get there. Well, Wilma's hard at work. Alright, back to stories. Romina makes a desperate plan. Dark, the bits, the little girl. No listening from no one. Ears closed shut. Shut up, shut up, shut up so tight my words don't go in. I don't want to threaten the one-eyed angel. She's so afraid that she fights and runs. I'm scared too, but I also understand it. But she doesn't yet. Oh yes, yes, my third eye was opened wide by Pathfinder. And I know this is more than him and me and pain and fear. The one-eyed angel must reach the gate in the wood and be gone. Gone! Make her gone! The rip, the green gem necklace, and the one-eyed angel. You know, I've been thinking, the one-eyed angel had to be Everly, right? Because she has the eye patch. And then it turns out we unlocked her murder? Does that mean I can't currently living? Excuse me. I think you'll find that we were just told she's dead. The Everly Pratis murder. And yep, Everly Pratis murder scene. Her untimely death near a forgotten grave, a grisly sight in the serenity of nature. Well, Everly, I'm very sorry you're dead. Have fun continuing to examine your eye patch, though. You've got all the time in the world now, you know? It'll be great. And the mayor's done with the car, so let's get him back on scavenging, because we need money to be able to build the grocery market. We've got a ton of wood, but not enough cash. And I'm thinking about having Romina switch over to the murder scene. But we don't have a ton of oil or food, and Ed uses 7. You know what, let's bring her over and start unlocking it. It's fine. It'll be fine. Ah, the sheriff and the mayor can continue living life now. So let's go ahead and take a look at the scar for Everly, while we build up cash. Is it weird that I'm proud of not crying in front of my son? Gavin said some of the other first graders called him Captain Hook because he has a one-eyed pirate mom. He was all huffy and puffy when I picked him up, and he asked how I could let someone poke at my eye. Why didn't you fight back? Really want to shout that I'm fighting back every day. But Mommy told him again that some things are sad accidents and we can learn to accept them or be upset all the time. Scar still finds a way to haunt me. You know, I have to admit, when I first saw the name Everly Pratis, I thought she was an old lady. I mean, she clearly isn't, but I definitely thought she was. Alright, let's take a look at this police report. Voluntary witness form with the sheriff. I was downtown for my weekly counseling appointment at 2:30 p.m. As I left my psychiatrist's office about an hour later, I saw Romeo. I'm not sure of her last name, she's old and homeless, near the corner of Glendale and Main Street. She saw me, ran over, got on my face, and yelled that she knew the gate for my key. She grabbed my coat and kept asserting nonsense about me going to the other side of the gate in the trees. Her eyes were wild, which scared me to death. I kicked her hard in the shin, which made her crumple on the sidewalk and gave me time to escape into my car. I drove immediately to this police station to give this statement. Please, do something about Romina. What if my kids were around? I feel watched all the time. She's harassing me and I fear for my family. Well, it sounds like things escalated pretty quickly, because she eventually hit an end. Where are we on that money? Well, let's go ahead and have Romina scavenge. We can wait on unlocking the murder scene. Let's go ahead and have Romina do some scavenging, so we can unlock more story here. We've got a nice hefty pool of experience. And look at that drop from 6 seconds to 2 seconds because of Romina's scavenging level. Everly's moving along quite nicely as well. Zoku, you know, you would probably earn that money faster if you weren't using it up on getting food and oil, and you know what? You're right. And that's my great weakness. I like to try and have a healthy stockpile of everything. It must be why I'm not very good at these. Oh, I didn't want to look at that just yet. I guess there's nothing else I can really look at. So let's take a look at how Emily gets murdered. It's nice to know that she can still examine her eye patch from beyond the grave, though. Oh, actually, I think we have enough money to build that right now. So let's go ahead and get that built. We'll have the dead lady build it. Alright, Sheriff Snow's police report of the Everly Pratis murder. Date and time of incident, May 7th, 2034 at 5:42 a.m. Reporting the offense, homicide. I called in a civilian assistance request 12 hours after Everly Pratis was reported missing. Bill Steely's bloodhound found her remains. Location of crime scene is Pine Hills Park. Coordinates 36.6831 north, 83.8218 west, degrees west. Head is dismembered, body is next to it. Appears victim was executed via beheading on the stump by an old grave and died immediately. Standard 28-inch splitting axe, blown on the blade. This initial investigation reveals no sign of struggle from the victim. No dirt, skin, or hair on their fingernails. Lipstick, earrings, and makeup is intact on the severed head, save for dirt and leaves. Clothing appears unmolested. Nothing missing from the victim's wallet. Phone and pendant necklace with victim's face found in the coat pocket. 2 pairs of shoe tracks lead to execution site, both approximately same size and tread, identical to the victim's shoes. Tracks disappear at the location of the homicide. Bloodhound did not pick up further scents to follow from there. Assisting Officer Walrod vomited it near the crime scene. Sent him off to get a grip and bring coffee for incoming investigators. Actions taken by the officer. Deputy Gail Martin cordoned the crime scene. Called investigation units from nearby Bronson and Riverneck counties. Notified Mayor Van Huysen of events and that crime report would come ASAP. Investigators arrive at 7:05 a.m. and take photos. Blood, hair, fingerprint, and saliva samples gathered. Confiscated blood asked for fingerprint and possible DNA analysis. Body eventually removed for drug testing and autopsy by coroner. Drove to the Prater's house at 8:23 a.m. and reported the incident to Everly's husband, Danny. First time I saw a man wail like that. 2 kids. Helped phone nearby family members to come over for support. Officer summary of events. Worst day of my fucking life. Yeah, oh man, when they said grisly, that sounded pretty grisly. And we can now examine the murder weapon, which gives us a hefty, a hefty 72,000 experience. Well, let's go ahead and get Everly back there. We built the fresh produce market, which unlocked more story, I think? Story. Or maybe that was because we were looking at... Oh wait, no, we unlocked more story here. Well, let's go ahead and let the mayor live life. Keeping track of who does what where is hard. Let's go ahead and move Wilma over to the fresh produce market. That gives us a better output for the same amount of money. And Romina, who was scavenging, thank you very much for your service, Romina, can go back to... It feels weird to put who was probably the suspect in the murder scene. I also feel like she didn't do it already. But now our new objective is to determine who killed Everly Pratis. But you know, who knows? We still got the dead lady examining her own shit. I mean, well, can she? No, she cannot examine her own murder weapon. Would have been hilarious if she could. Let's go ahead and check this story out from the sheriff. God forsaken. Just no other word for it. Everly Pratis decapitated on a stump in Pine Hills Park. In my town. All the DNA, hair, footprints, whatever, all of it is Everly's. Even the fingerprints on the axe handle. Am I to believe she chopped off her own goddamn head? Was she axe juggling in the middle of the woods and whoopsie, nearly beheaded herself by an abandoned grave? Autopsy reports had jack all. Chem tests reveal no drugs other than meds. No escape paths identified, and the bloodhound found a trash bottle of cheap whiskey a mile from the scene. It's all cold. I still remember the first horrific report I made about Everly Pratis, because I never found that perp either. Evil happened. Evil came to my town and stared me dead in the eyes and asked, what's the buffoon son of Aldous T. Snow gonna do? Well, I'm the goddamn sheriff of Asbury, and someone's disturbed our peace. No way in hell I'm allowing evil like this. I'm chewing fire. Buzz is all fired up. Let's go ahead and let Wilma live life a little. We'll still need things though. So let's go. I like that we can put the dead lady to work. Let's go ahead and have Buzz work the store. And send Alvin back to scavenging. We also unlocked the Annis Field Manual. That was the mayor's plan. Grand, magnificent plan. In case you needed a reminder like me. Sadly, the mayor won't examine his own thing. The tactical modern protocols for modern conflicts, a good agent will be able to put it on command. Really? Good agent needs humanity, fuckers. Murder weapon. Not exactly a delicate choice for murder, but undoubtedly effective. Yeah, look at that bloody stump. Dang. Alright, well. The mayor has launched the Annis program. In light of the Mayor Van Eisen's launches Draconian Annis program. In light of the horrific murder of Everly Pratis, the Town Council has granted full support to Mayor Van Eisen's Annis program and its funding proposal. Protecting the fine people of Asbury Pines is my top priority, said Mayor Van Eisen at his press conference. Unfortunately, gone are the days of a small sheriff's department keeping the peace. We are under attack by sophisticated criminals and need to respond with cutting-edge security measures. My arsenal's nanotech, intelligence, and surveillance program, known as Annis, will require the imposition of a local security tax that will raise funds to bolster our law enforcement numbers, gear, and technologies. There is no price too large for the safety of our beloved streets neighbors. Obviously, my prayers and condolences to the Pratis family, and God bless our Asbury Pines. As someone who lives in New York City, I greatly dislike this mayor and his intention to turn the small town of Asbury Pines into a police state. I've unlocked another story for Wilma. She's well on her way to the next one. And Romina's got another story too. We also unlocked this thing from the murder scene. Let's take a look at that. A dichotomy of two times. Upon sight of this horror, the location of Everly Pratis' untimely murder, a dichotomy of two times fades in mind. There is the now. Since the murder, time has elapsed and the blood no longer flows. It is dried, it is earthly and dark. The creatures of the pines have begun to reclaim the site. The forces of nature, too, erosion, sunlight, and wind, are already beginning to hide away this scar. But there is also the then. The axe remains stuck in the precise position where it ended a life. From it, one can only faintly imagine the positions of the persons involved. Their footprints show some confusing dance through the fog and into finality. One can see the dark biblical chaos of this moment as if it were still present. Yes, there are 2 times here then, and now, each pervasive, each searing, and each relentless in its control of the memory. One cannot forget these 2 times. One cannot tear them apart. Looks like we are already getting how important timeline is. Where are we? Timeline is to this story. We've unlocked more stories here for Wilma. And I'm actually going to go put Romina on that. And get Wilma back to work. And the good sheriff can go back to scavenging, I guess. Can never have enough resources. Actually, good sheriff can start examining this Anna's field manual. No one's able to examine the murder weapon, though. Not for that hefty yield. Because I haven't unlocked that person yet. And as far as you'll see in this video, I won't be. It looks like there's a lot of names to come. We've only unlocked 5 out of 70 possible people. No animals or plants, though they seem not locked in this demo. But we're gonna call that it for this video. This has been, once again, oh my! I've unlocked Worm 83. I don't know how. And ooh, we've unlocked old Danny Freitas and Gavin Freitas, who is Everly's son. Alright, and Worm 83, an AI virus shatters society. Let's head back to the present for a moment. If you're interested in seeing what happens in Worm 83, in all these community events that I've continued to unlock, I'm just going to go ahead and click around and get that continued to set up. By all means, there will be a link to Asbury Pine's Steam page. This game is in early access currently, and you can download the demo and try it out for yourself. I like it a lot. As I was mentioning, there's... Oh, Everly's done examining her eye patch. I'm just casually going through this. We'll just have Everly examine the prison, I guess. The dead woman examining her prison. Inaccessible to societal collapse. That's interesting. So Worm 83 will have to have its own things. Anyway. And I have unlocked Old Buzz Snow and Old Mayor Van Eisen through continuing their lives, I guess. Again, we're not reading any of that right now because I am a tease. Please, definitely go check it out. It's available currently on early access on Steam. Oh, I put Buzz there. I want Buzz here. Alvin can savage. There we go. I'm happy. It's available on early access in Steam right now, but this demo is pretty hefty. In like the almost an hour I've been playing for this video, presumably you'd be like going through stuff a little faster if you weren't like trying to figure out talking while playing, because that's just the nature of recording things now, you know. But And Romina is all set as well. Let's go ahead and continue. The dead don't get rest. Not here. Not in Asbury Pines. But no, this feeds. Oh, Deborah Wolf Esquire. I continue to unlock more people. You see, I'm not even like actively really like thinking about playing, but it keeps going and going and going. And that's I think a really good sign for where this game is going, despite being in early access. Like I was saying, the way I play idle games, the way I play idle games, I get really involved in like, okay, I want to get it automated as much as possible, and then by that point, I have been activated to like doing the gameplay, to clicking things around. You know what? Here I am about to like continue clicking and stuff. Here we are. Yes, that's the extent of the demo. That's it. No, you know what? You have to play this demo. If you're into idle games, I highly recommend it. I've had a lot of fun going through this slow burn of this mystery. The murder of Everly Pratis. And of course, there's all these other things that they don't have in this demo, because they haven't implemented it yet. Conversion rates. Oh, you can bring those over to Worm 83. And all these things that I'm not even really looking at. But they're there if you want it. For now though, that's it for this video. If incremental games are your thing, this is a great one. So please, check it out. Don't kill anyone. It's not nice. You might cause an AI virus to shatter society. And we'll see you next time. I am a little concerned about these things, though. Ah, okay. Oh, okay. Wilma and Romina do die, as is the nature of life. It's okay, they can continue working even after their death. No rest for the weary in Asbury Pines.